Alright, let's do potential energy diagram worksheet. Alright, so answer the following questions using the graph above. Is the above reaction endothermic or exothermic? So we can already tell because this is the reactants, this is the products. And the reactants has a higher energy than the products, which means that energy was released. Therefore, it is exothermic. Alright. What letter represents the potential energy of the reactants? This is the reactants, this is the products. The reactant potential energy goes from here to here. So the letter that corresponds with this is going to be B. What letter represents the potential energy of the products? The products is here. And the letter that represents it is going to go from here to here, which is F. What letter represents the heat of reaction delta H? Delta H is going to be final minus initial, final, right here, which is the product side, minus initial, which is this right here. So subtracting this from this will give you this value right here, D. So we know that the delta H is going to be represented by the alphabet D. So if we were to calculate this, we'd assume that this B value is 150 and F value was 110. So final minus initial, final 110 minus 150 is going to be negative 40. So value is negative 40. What letter represents the activation energy of the forward reaction? So forward reaction means that we take it as is. So the forward reaction is going, activation energy is found by this right here, from here to here. So the activation energy, you're going to subtract the value of, we're going to calculate the value of A. So the A here is going to be from here to here. So that is going to be the representative alphabet. And calculating that would just be 150, and the top is 210. So 210 minus 150 is going to give you 60. So the value of this is 60. What letter represents the activation energy of the reverse reaction? The reverse reaction activation energy is going to be calculated by the new reactant side. So the product side will be the reactant side, and the reactant side will be the product side. And we always calculate it on the reactant side. So it's going to be from this top activated complex to the new reactant side, which is letter E. So we know that number 6 is E, and the value is going to be 210. 210 minus the point, the new reactant point here, 110, which is going to be 100. 100 going to be the new activation energy for the reactant or reverse reaction. What letter represents the potential energy of the activated complex? The activated complex is going to be right here at the top, the tippy top. So we know that from here to here at the way bottom is going to be the activation energy, which is alphabet C. So we know C. Is the reverse reaction endothermic or exothermic? Well, if the reverse reaction is this is the product side and this converted into reactant side, and the reactant side converted into the product side, we're essentially going in this direction. This direction here. So if we started with a low reactant and we ended with a high product side, we know that energy entered, therefore it is endothermic. Last question. If a catalyst was added, what letters would change? Well, if you take a look here, the only letters that are affected is going to be the ones dealing with the activated complex, because um, and the activation energy, because all a catalyst is doing is lowering this activated or activation energy down below. So if you were to lower this to this orange line here, then all we would be changing are the letters C. So this value right here would change because it's now going from here and not up from here. So the letters that would change is going to be C. And if we take a look at the other points here, the activation energy for the forward reaction, A, will change because this arrow will not be here anymore. It'll be here. And same for this activation energy for the reverse reaction, which is going to be letter E, because it wouldn't be to here. It would be to here, to the lower activated energy. So the letters that would change is C, A, and E. And that is it.